Hey everybody, 14.0 update is out, and so I suppose it's time to take a look over the changes and additions that it brought. And I know it was out for a few weeks now, and I mean the full release, not the public beta, which is when everyone was making this sort of videos. Anyway, let's go over the changes this update brought about. Alright, first things first. Northwood fixed few achievements, notably Be Polite, Be Efficient one, which apparently needed one more kill. The more you know. But the more important thing is the new achievements, and I have to admit, they did a pretty good job with those. Almost all of them are not really luck dependent, which, in my opinion, is a requirement for an achievement to be good. I say almost because some of them... LMGG or Army of One don't sound like achievements I feel like doing. Well, at least not without some help from the D-boys. Another addition in this update are new player models for humans. I'd say it's an improvement for all of them, maybe with the exception of the scientist. My guy has aged worse than Obi-Wan, but I have to admit there is something strangely familiar about these. Hey guys, Morod here with some SL live commentary. I spawned in as a D-boy but found a gun, so this round might be really epic. Also, I forgot to start my recording and a spawn wave already happened, so we're gonna have to fight some MTF! Okay, listen, I know this Half-Life 2 joke has been done to death by literally everyone, but I think it really drives the point home of just how high up the Somerton scale these new models are. Still, they are an improvement over the old stuff and also give me hope that we may actually see better quality SL models added to SFM Workshop, or at least the Gmod one. But seriously, someone please do that. Do you have any idea how hard it is to make a good thumbnail when every face is as stiff as a stone? Alright, I've got to admit, this is a step in the right direction. Maybe even 5. It's not perfect by any means, but I think it's the best respawn system we had so far. New system limits spawn waves to no more than 5 per round, and now helping your team isn't contributing to a tug of war of who is going to spawn next, but shortens the time you spend in Spectator, both of which discourages camping and instead encourages, you know, actually playing the game. Which, big shocker, makes it more fun. And the addition of mini waves is a good way to prevent those eager go-getters who die 1 second after leaving the gate elevator from staying in Spectator for the next 5 hours. Overall, there are things that could be improved, but it's good. You did good, Northwood. This is another change I'm very happy with. SL has a lot of beam guns, and up until this update, the 3x Particle Disruptor was not just a meme gun, but the meme gun. The original, you might say. You never had any reason to use it over Micro or Jailbird. Well, unless you felt like cosplaying a musketeer. This has all changed, however. After this update, the 3x is now the most reliable burst damage weapon that is effective at range, and its 2 firing modes give it a lot of much needed flexibility. Now Micro, on the other hand, was fine before this update, and I'm happy to say it still more or less is. But just like the 3x, it has more flexibility added through a new firing mode. There are people who complain about it being weak or the new one is too easy to use, even though the core concept of the weapon remains unchanged. Alt firing mode of charging up with right click and shooting with left received the buff of opening closed doors, which will make running away from it that much harder. On the other hand, just shooting with left click is much faster, drains less power, but deals less, but still a lot of damage, which makes it perfect for dealing with humans. I also really like the addition of Jeff and a progress bar for the charge up that makes timing much easier. And if you think that it shouldn't be there and we should just memorize the charge up time, well, I hate to break it to you, pal. Not everyone is afraid of showers. Let me start by saying, I'm not a gun nut. And I'm especially not a SL gun nut. It doesn't matter what game I'm playing, I've got better things to do than memorize the recoil patterns and such. And considering SL is a bit lacking in this department, I'm not really invested in the gunplay. Certainly not enough to form an opinion on the topic. I will say though, I heard a lot about the new system feeling unresponsive, and saw a few clips where the guns just, What the fuck? Yeah, enough said. Here is something we haven't seen in a while, a new SCP. Last SCP added were the flamingos and the skeleton, the latter of which is for some reason missing from this anniversary update. Where is my skeleton boy? But back to the topic at hand. The goggles. There's not much to be said here. You put them on, you get stabbed in the eyes, and now you can see through walls. Makes perfect sense. Some people say this item is overpowered, but I disagree. The buff you get is powerful, sure, but the downsides balance it out. For starters, unlike all other buff SCPs, this one takes up a slot in your inventory, which is literally the most valuable resource you have. On top of that, it lowers your FOV and dims your screen, and I can already hear some sweat say,
"Oh my god, just brighten your screen!"
And to that I say, sure. Should I also install aimbot while I'm at it? Okay, listen. I'm not one of those gamers that will call a game unplayable just because it doesn't look the greatest. I mean, I have so many hours in Oblivion and we all know how that game looks.
Yes?
But god damn, was Norfoot cooked with this one? I mean, really. I was expecting to get a grilled cheese, you know, something pretty good, nothing major wrong with it. But what we got instead was cheese slowly roasted over divine flame worthy of the gods. I mean it. Before, Heavy looked more like a very clean sewer system with things just being there for no good reason. Now, it actually feels like a facility that is currently operational. New SCP arrived that can't be anywhere near a stapler? Sure, let's just package all of them up and put it right here. This thing needs a constant feed of chocolate milk? Well, I guess we'll put that pipe over there. No warhead arrived from IKEA with too many parts? Listen, it's fine as long as it blows up, we'll figure it out later. From gameplay perspective, I don't see any issues. There might be less doors, but now they are bigger and slower, which in my opinion is a good thing. I'd say many people will agree that it was very frustrating to get doors constantly shut in your face as you were either chasing or being chased. I also really like the new layouts that make the new Heavy feel like a maze. It makes the ability to pathfind within it that much more valuable. And all the boxes and stuff around the zone make for perfect cover for firefights or a place to hide when chased. Huge thanks to Purple Rexbot for voicing that one nerd we all love to hate, and to Wojtuk for providing a clip of a sales hit wreck taking a day off. I have to say I'm really happy with how this video turned out, even though it's a month late. Yeah, this thing has been in production hell for a while. I was hoping to get it out a month ago, but I never really got around to it. Anyways, thank you all so much for watching. If you enjoyed, don't forget to like and subscribe, I would really appreciate it. Maybe leave a comment, you know, if you feel like it. No pressure. And of course join my Discord server. But that will be all from me. See ya!